Hi fellow crafters, today I have another fun fold idea. It looks a lot more complicated than it actually is, and it will delight anyone that receives it. If this is the first time you're visiting my YouTube channel, hi, I'm Terri from nutsaboutsstamping.com. I love sharing techniques and project ideas for rubber stamping, paper crafting, and scrapbooking with you each week. Be sure to hit that red subscribe button and the bell beside it so that you'll be the first to be notified when my next video goes live. And if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator yet and you would like to purchase some of the products I use to make this fun fold, I will link to my online stores in the description box underneath this video. Speaking of videos, be sure to watch all the way through this video for my bonus tips and design ideas. Now, let's get going on this beautiful fun fold idea. For my fun fold, I'm going to be using the Softly Sophisticated bundle, which you can earn for free with either a $100 order or a €120 order, but only until the 29th of February. Now, if that gave you a little bit of sticker shock, I have a fun tip for you to think about. Grab a crafty friend. Each of you place a $50 order or €60 order, and then you can choose this bundle for free, and you can share it around, or you can get together and craft using it with all the different ideas that you can find online. I really like the stamp set because of the elegant florals and hand-lettered sentiments. I think it's great because you can use it for thank you, thinking of you, hello, any kind of friendship card idea. And the other thing I like about it is that the stems and the flowers are separate, so you can stamp each part in the colors that you want, which is what we're going to be doing today. Now, the embossing folder adds texture and depth to your card front, which is what we're going to be doing today as well. The overall dotted pattern covers a complete card front and looks fabulous on vertical or horizontal cards. So let's get going. So as I already said, I am going to emboss a layer for my card using the Softly Sophisticated embossing folder. So I'm going to go over to my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I'll do that and I'll show you what it looks like. And there we go. I love the pattern on this embossing folder. Now I'm going to adhere it to my card base, which is boho blue. And we're going to do it in a very unusual way. Normally, you would adhere your layer onto the card front like so. But today, we're going to turn this card base over and we're actually going to adhere it to what you might think is the back of the fun fold, but it actually is going to be the front of the fun fold. So I'm going to use my multi-purpose liquid glue to do that, and I'll be back in a second. Now the next thing I want to do is create another layer for my card front, and I've chosen this flower stem, and I'm going to ink it and stamp it down using garden green. The next thing I'm going to do is take the flowers and stamp them using boho blue. Now you have to line this up very carefully. There's a little bud there, and here's the little bud here, so you want to line it up so that the bud fits in perfectly with the leaves. Now I want to take the hello there stamp and my boho blue, and I'm going to ink it up and stamp it down at the top of this layer. Now what I want to do is take this flower image, and I have a piece of boho blue cardstock that almost looks like a mini card in and of itself. And I want to adhere my flower layer to the front using my multi-purpose liquid glue. The next thing you want to do is choose your designer series paper. Now I've chosen the Flight and Airy designer series paper. Again, this is another product that you can earn for free. This paper pack is free with a $50 or €60 purchase. And what you want to do is adhere this paper to this little flower layer that we've created. But what you want to do is only adhere the back of the paper. You don't want to adhere this piece down. You want to leave it open like a flap and only adhere the back of it to the designer series paper. And again, I'm going to use my multi-purpose liquid glue. Now comes the fun part with this fun fold. I'm going to open up my card base and I'm going to adhere this designer series paper down to the inside. But what I want to do is make sure that when I close it, this flap will, I guess, go over the top so that I can open it up and see this nice, surprising looking designer series paper inside. So this is the little bit of the tricky part. What you want to do is adhere the designer series paper down, close the card, and make sure that this flap will close on top. So that's why I think it's great to use the multi-purpose liquid glue, because it doesn't dry instantly and you can kind of fiddle a little bit to make sure that this part of the card closes and that this part closes over top. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll talk about next steps. All right, it's coming along really nicely. Now what I want to do is take a piece of basic white cardstock for the inside so that I can write a message in there, but I also want to add the "I really appreciate you" phrase using my boho blue ink. And now what I want to do is take a scrap piece of the same Flight and Airy designer series paper, and I want to adhere it to the right-hand side just to pull the papers and the colors together. And then of course you want to now adhere this down inside the card like so. And then we're going to talk embellishments. Now I've decided I'm going to use some of these in color dots because they are the perfect match for the colors I've used for my card base and the ink colors. And there we go. I've added the in color dots, not only to the outside, but I also added one to the inside just for a little bit of fun. Would you like to see another card idea using some of the sale-a-bration products that you can earn for free? If you would, then why not watch this video next? And if you would like a complete listing of the supplies that I used and the measurements for the layers, I will link to my blog article in the description box under this video. You can link over there and get all the information you need, including the links to my online stores. I'm Terri. I am nuts about stamping. I'll see you at the next video. Bye for now.